Здоровенькі були! Сьогодні з вами подкаст «Гості» в Львові. І це наш перший англомовний подкаст на Радіо Район. So welcome guys in Ukraine, Lviv, district Sikhiv. As you know, my name is Taras, this is Vladas and this is Aiste. I hope I pronounced their names correctly.
Yes.
And what brings you to Ukraine, to Lviv?
So we came here with a project, Creativity ID for Youth. We came with a group of young people to see how Lviv and Sikhiv is doing on entrepreneurship and creativity.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how young people live here and to get new ideas, maybe even.
How did you manage to cross the border with all the COVID restrictions and the pandemic outbreak?
We are well prepared.
Yeah.
We have all the documents, so we are safe and here.
It was a challenge to read all the requirements, but we had vaccination, we had insurance, and it was easy.
Was it easy to come from Lithuania to Ukraine?
It is like I don't know, it's like normal traveling.
Yes.
Yeah, and even this is...
It's flight.
Yeah.
Right?
It's flight, but for me it was, I don't know, maybe 2 years when I didn't have any flight. So
So it was
it's like new normal for
time.
me.
And the flight was only 1 hour, so it was really fast. Lviv is not so far from Lithuania, actually.
You should come more often, but
Sure.
But also considering the situation in the Belarus, it's a bit, a bit dangerous right now to cross via the Belarus, as I used to do, for example, 6 years ago.
Now we are not crossing, now we are flying around.
Yeah, that was the regime does to normal people. Okay, so creativity, youth, and entrepreneurship. How do you do it in Lithuania? What is your background?
So we are an NGO, non-governmental organization, society and enterprise development institute. And in our country, in Lithuania, we are doing entrepreneurship programs, activities, learning, teaching sessions, trainings for young people about entrepreneurship, but not about calculation or business. This is for university. We are doing it in an interesting way.
That's how we are using the word creativity, because we put it the equality mark with creativity and entrepreneurship. So we are how to do it in a creative way. Who survived during the COVID? The creative people. So
Creative.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are doing this. We are trying to open mind and to do something
And
creative.
sometimes it's really difficult because, young people, they are shy, they don't know what they want. So we need to really break them, be creative, open your mind and do what you like. And can I do it? Yes, you must do it.
Yeah, so creativity is a very wide concept, and it's mostly used in non-formal, let's say, education and methodology. How does the Lithuanian state or municipality support you in your endeavors and your job?
Good question.
Yeah, good question. Now, these days, I would say they are happy that someone is doing programs like we do.
Something.
Yes.
At least.
Yes, because we're forced to be silenced for a really long time, and now they see that there's a unique way that is good to push and then encourage creativity, encourage ideas and then development, rather than to be silent and do everything what the system wants. So now they really support in culture, in enterprise, in schools, in having your own hobbies. Be creative, do something that is unique.
And I think because we are doing this for 4 or 5 years, very strong, and I can really feel the result that we are noticeable, and they trust us maybe, and they, your name is something, okay, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's easier even.
And especially in these times when for young people, we were working mostly with young people, everything is changing so fast. It was first Facebook, now then Instagram, now TikTok. So we need to adapt with all the programs. So we need to be creative together with them. And now we encourage them to work with TikTok. We encourage them to provide their own material that is valuable. Of course, it's not formal. Some could say that it's trash, rubbish, nothing. But for them, it's their life. So we need to encourage them to do something important that is also meaningful for them.
And also we are using creative tools and adapting the programs. If you want, I don't know, to learn whatever, to be I don't know what they want to be directors or
A
whatever.
basketball player.
Okay, basketball player. But still, we are like, I have used the brick. I put it on the ground and say, what can you do with the brick?
Red?
It's impossible. It's impossible. Yes, it is possible. And after 10 minutes, we are like, we have a lot of ideas what to do with the brick.
Great. Also, in terms of creativity, you work it mostly within the entrepreneurship side, but creativity also has a certain cultural side into it. And you come from a city called Marijampolė.
Yes.
And you were telling me 2 days ago that you bring a lot of street artists to Marijampolė. How come?
Well, this idea is not ours. We are only helpers and supporters of the concept. It's called Malony, Marijampolė, London, New York. And the author is Ray Bartkus, who is a Lithuanian American artist. And he knows the contacts, and he sees that there is a potential in our regional town of Marijampolė to make it more visible, more interesting. And the street art that we have after 8 years,
This will be eighth season.
Yeah, it was already 8th season. So it's as a not credit card, but a business card, a visit card, tourism card.
The face of the city.
Yes. After 8 years, we have a new face of our town, which is made by this project, street art. Around 30 murals and paintings in the center.
And we are the part of the community that the volunteers who are creating this. So it's also the creativity and community going together.
Yeah, we encourage not only artists to paint their artwork on the wall, but also local community to be involved in the process. So around 30 youngsters get involved in the process every year. So they feel that they are
important.
In the importance of themselves being part of the community, they can make a change.
And the artists trust them to do the process. For example, when it was COVID time, the COVID summer, last year.
Yeah, 2020.
It's a good impression. COVID summer. I remember COVID summer.
Yeah, it's because it was. And we had this project, and there were no artists because of the restrictions. And we had more than 30 young people to deal with them. We had 5 walls, murals, big ones. And we were those people who have to deal with the artist to say what to do to the youngsters. And we have to measure, centimeters to what to do. They have to say, yes, you can do it. Yes, everything will be okay. What is a volunteer? I like it, I do it. If I don't like it, I'm going away. So we are this budget. COVID summer was so good.
Because artists, they were across Atlantic, they were in America. United States, and we had to deal everything online. So they only gave us requirements. The wall should be like this wide, this high. These are the colors. But when you pick the color, you don't know brick red or cherry red.
You even know the word cherry red. I just know green, red, and blue. That's all.
RGB. That's all.
Exactly.
It is interesting when artists say, I need the sun yellow, not the
sunflower yellow.
Sunflower yellow, but sun yellow, and you're staying. And okay, I can say which yellow is which, but for him, I don't know.
Once we had a requirement from the artist. It was a normal event live, but he said, "Can you paint the background in jeans blue?"
Yeah. So
what is jeans blue?
Vladas jeans. Which one?
So we tried to somehow deal with. There were like 3 jeans blue colors. Which one is for you, jeans blue? He picked one, but others were not. Even though we have lots of different jeans blue.
Yeah, so this is the story.
Creative people,
Yeah. But we also have to be very creative and very,
flexible,
Yeah, flexible, and to see what you have in mind, to understand, and to say to youngster, do like this, that artist wants to be done.
And do you feel that this street art and all these activities are changing your city?
Definitely.
Of course.
Definitely.
But in my opinion, it's not only about the murals, it's about the people. Because we are creating the community, they know that they are going with their friends and saying that, I did that. It is my hands and I did that. I created the story of the city.
I always tell that if we wouldn't have this project, Marijampolė would be a town that is like from the animation movie Cars, that you have a highway around and you just drive around, because there's no interest to enter the town and spend some time there, because it's on the way from Kaunas to Poland. So, but now with the murals, we have a tourist attraction, because you can get really nice Instagram photos and get more and more attention about what's happening there. So people are now really coming to the town just to see the murals, to take pictures. Many family celebrations, weddings, birthdays are having
we have
photo
murals
sessions.
For the weddings. And we also are on the murals, we also painted, so we have names.
Yeah.
And of course, if somebody is going with us, and of course we are going to see that picture.
You are secured for the history of Marijampolė
Sure.
forever. Cool. So you've been here already for almost a week, I think. What cultural difference, what caught your eye in Ukraine that you don't have in Lithuania? What makes you dizzy, or what makes you feel like home?
What makes me feel like home? Personally, I feel that Ukrainian people are very welcoming and warm. Way much warmer than Lithuanians. Probably we are more in the north, more colder, like more poker face. But here, somehow we see more maybe smiles in the eyes, even though the weather now is not so much warm.
Our president is a comedian, so we have to smile all the time.
Okay, well, I totally agree with Vladas. It's between Ukrainians, or for example Italians, it is really big difference. But of course, it is really big difference between Ukrainians and Lithuanians. As you mentioned, we are like a bit, what do you want from me? And maybe Ukrainians are like, okay, let's talk. I think so, because, I don't know, we were traveling through the mountains, and now in Lviv, it's main difference between Lithuanians, that we are a bit colder, I think.
Yeah, but the similarity I noticed is that you are really proud of your country, as we are also. We are proud of our history, we are proud of what we are doing now, and what you're doing now with your country, and trying to make it stronger, to make it more visible, to make the authenticity. Yes, someone was telling that you tried to make borscht that is really Ukrainian and no one else's. So this is what we also do in Lithuania. We are proud of what we have, and we shouldn't shape it or try for someone to take it away.
Before coming to Ukraine, I think it's your second time for sure, and yours as well.
Yeah, also.
But even before coming to Ukraine, what perception, what maybe stereotypes, or what ideas come up to you in your mind when you heard word Ukraine?
I'm trying not to do perception, not stereotypes, because we are working.
You can do stereotypes. That's why we're here to ruin them. But stereotype is important, I think, in understanding.
Okay, so when I for me it's like everybody drinks vodka, and the first conversation, with you, I'm not drinking. Okay, my everything is ruined. But I don't know that you are lying or not. So okay, but now it's okay. Not everybody. So this is ruined.
For me, when I was first time, I was also driving with the car in Ukraine. So I noticed the traffic is crazier. So, but now after 4 years, I'm here again, and I noticed that it's more or less the same. I also maybe became more crazier, so I destroyed this perception. But it was just a normal experience in another country. It's like in Spain.
Yeah, but for example, driving, I think here it's more crazier than in Lithuania. We are following the rules. Today, even the driver crossed the red. I saw it. So why? I don't know.
We also sometimes cross the red.
No, in Lithuania you can put your license.
Yeah, you can.
For the crossing.
Yeah, it's strict
so I
rules.
think Ukrainian drivers are crazier than. And yesterday we saw that somebody crossed like the street and started to pee, like and what the? Why? Because you crossed the street. So what are you doing?
We know that peeping in Lithuania doesn't help solve the situation. If the traffic is, so everyone will be staying,
Yeah, so
even though
it's
you people or
traffic.
not. Don't put stress to the situation.
Yeah, but we are more like if you make the horn, then you look cooler, and then you know you're like,
All right.
hey, you, what you are doing? This is actually the street talking. So
But this
It
like
can
putting
be
in stress a bit, you know.
of course it's more fun then.
Okay.
Why just live calmly and don't hurt anybody if you can hurt somebody? So
Okay. Now I'm like trying to understand what's going on.
I also break the stereotype. I thought that I could only pay everywhere in cash. Like in the small villages especially, everywhere were cards and possible to pay even with just touching it. So, welcome, my stereotype is broken.
21st century, you know, even in Ukraine.
Yeah, not even like, but
yeah. So also have some questions to you. Like it's that or that. So цепелінес о вареники.
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 Latvia or Estonia?
Estonia.
Okay.
She didn't think.
Estonia also.
Okay. Basketball or football?
To watch or to play?
You decide.
Oh my god. Basketball, of course.
Let's say football then.
I remember that your friends will see that in Lithuania and they might not forgive you for that.
They know, Marijampolė is quite a football town. Yes. Yes.
Correct answer.
So,
Still basketball.
What advice would you have to your friends from Lithuania when they would like to come to Ukraine? Or why should they come and visit here?
Just come and see how people are living and to feel, because when I was talking to the people who were in Lviv, they said to me that you have to feel it, and I'm saying the same. You have to feel it because it's a feeling, not just the word, the pictures. It's the feeling that you're staying outside and walking in the street, and you feel it, the atmosphere of it. So just come and feel it.
and probably also suggest them to come and to talk with the people, because we know that sometimes in Lithuania or in somewhere in Europe you meet people and they say there is no point of doing it because there is McDonald's, there is other store and so on. But yes, we met entrepreneurs, businessmen that are young people that are doing really hard work to put their effort into business and develop it. So talk with them, what makes them passionate about it, why they are doing it. And I guess in Ukraine you have this still natural feeling of doing and wanting to do what you really like. So this is unique, and this is what we also seek when we go to or Italy or Spain. We go to people that are doing their own things rather than to go to the city center, which is everywhere the same. Take Spanish town, German town, or Polish town, city center will be the same. But in Lviv you have unique things really that are Ukrainian and Lviv.
And I think what is most important, the people, of course. Take the local one and go. Like yesterday we did to the church and to the basement. So I really love these moments in the traveling when somebody local is taking you and going. So, and I told the group, if somebody is suggesting you, just go and don't think, just go.
do it.
Yeah, just do it.
And what you have in Ukraine, you for sure have suggestions how to live a life. Always, like what to do better.
I know it better.
Yeah, so but it's from the good way, like to make other people live also better. So this is really cool.
Okay, and for the last saying to our viewers and watchers, how to say we love Ukraine, come and visit here in Lithuania.
Mes mylim Ukrainą.
Come and what was the second part?
Come and visit Ukraine.
Come and visit Ukraine.
Atvykite ir aplankykite Ukrainą.
Okay, I want to remember that.
Mes mylime Ukrainą.
Mes mylime Ukrainą.
That's enough.
I hope I didn't say any bad word.
No, mes mylim.
Okay, mes mylime Ukrainą, and thank you for watching us in our first English podcast at Radio Rayón.